Hello. The following is an audio version of the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start Program Parent Handbook. A hard copy will be given to enrolled children. All updates or corrections to the handbook will be shared by the center staff. The mission of the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program is to provide quality, individualized, comprehensive services that empower children, families, and staff from diverse backgrounds in order to achieve success. Welcome to the SIUE 2021-2022 school year. We are poised to kick off what is still an unusual yet somehow normal year. In spite of this unusually normal place we find ourselves again this program year, let's embrace this program year with a heart of gratefulness. Let us also move forward into 2022 with passion and commitment while we continue to build bridges and transform lives for our children and families of St. Clair County, Illinois. In building bridges this year, we commit ourselves to understanding the importance of family, staff, community, and university relationships. We commit ourselves to building strong bridges of communication and personal development. In transforming lives, we commit ourselves to the promise of providing quality services that will empower and enrich the lives of children, families, and staff. Please take an opportunity to review the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start Program 2021-2022 Professional Development Calendar and Staff Handbook. This handbook provides an overview of staff members' roles and responsibilities in the daily operations of the program, and it is intended to be read in conjunction with the Head Start Program Performance Standards and SIUE policies and procedures. Our program is bound by compliance and committed to continual quality improvement. Our hope is that this year will continue to be a year of building bridges and transforming lives. Sincerely, Carolyn L. Jason, SIUE Interim Head Start Early Head Start Program Director. Arrivals. Head Start classes will begin at 8:30 a.m. and Early Head Start classes will begin at 8 o'clock. Regardless of which program option your child attends, it is important for your child to arrive on time in order for your child to have a smooth, happy transition from home to school. During the pandemic, all children and parents and guardians will be screened upon arrival. Children will be escorted to their classroom by center staff. Assessments. In order to demonstrate your child's developmental growth and academic achievement, teaching staff complete ongoing assessments. Ongoing assessments also help the teaching staff to plan your child's future instruction. Parents and teachers will work collaboratively in the completion of child assessments. All Head Start children are assessed 3 times each year: fall, winter, and spring. Early Head Start children are assessed 4 times each year: fall, winter, spring, and summer. Both Head Start and Early Head Start utilize an assessment tool called Teaching Strategies Gold. The Teaching Strategies Gold assessment tool reflects how your child is developing in the areas of language, literacy, mathematics, cognitive skills, physical development, and social emotional development. Your child's teacher will share the results of the Teaching Strategies Gold assessments shortly after each assessment period and during home visits and parent-teacher conferences. Attendance. There is a significant correlation between a child's attendance and a child's developmental growth and academic achievement. It is important for your child to establish a healthy pattern of attendance at an early age and to attend whenever he or she is able. In the event that your child is ill or is unable to attend, parents and guardians are requested to call their child's Head Start Early Head Start Center at least 30 minutes prior to the start of the day's session. Each day their child is absent, and state the reason for their child's absence. If a child is absent from school and the parent or guardian has not called the center, a family engagement and support staff will contact the parent or guardian in order to support the family's health and safety. If your child has excessive absences or demonstrates a pattern of absences, the center coordinator or family advocate will contact you to discuss the reasons for the absences, offer help when needed, and develop a plan to improve your child's attendance. If your child's attendance does not improve within 5 school days and there is no documented illnesses, a case staffing may be scheduled. Your child's center coordinator or family advocate may need to consult the assistant program director for center operations regarding a possible transfer of your child from the center-based program option to the home-based program option. Authorization to pick up a child. In order to keep your child safe, your child will not be released to any non-parent or guardian without the custodial parent or legal guardian's written consent. Any non-parent or legal guardian picking up your child must be named in writing as an authorized person on your child's pickup list, 18 years of age or older, and show a picture ID to center staff upon request. Behavior and child guidance. The SIUE Head Start program offers universal behavioral health services to all children. Universal positive behavior guidance strategies are implemented to support all children in achieving social, emotional, and academic success. Our program has implemented the pyramid model to give the implementation of these services. The pyramid model is a positive behavioral intervention and support framework that uses systematic thinking and implementation science to promote evidence-based practices to assist staff in building skills for supporting, nurturing, and responsive caregiving, creating learning environments, providing targeted social emotional skills, and providing children who may exhibit challenging behavior. Individuals, including children, have the right to be treated with dignity and respect. No one is allowed to hurt another human being in our centers or collaborations. Examples of positive behavior guidance strategies would be redirecting your child's behavior and encouraging him or her to choose a different activity or make a different choice. Utilization of SHARE, which is social, health, and academic readiness, that teach the skills needed for conflict resolution, or provide a safe space, a designated safe space within the classroom where children can go to cool off, relax, or take a break. All parents, guardians receive and are required to sign the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start Program's Guidance and Discipline Policy. A signed copy of this policy is placed in your child's file, and a copy is provided to parents or guardians for future references. Intervention and support. All children engaged in some challenging behaviors occasionally. But in the event a child displays excessively challenging behaviors that occur repetitively or behaviors that pose a safety risk to him or herself or other children or staff members, the child may need individualized behavior health support. All responses to unsafe or inappropriate behaviors will be grounded in the understanding that children's behavior conveys a message. Unsafe or inappropriate behaviors are almost always signaling distress or unmet needs. Staff will make every effort to understand the causes of such behavior and find solutions that support the healthy social-emotional development of each child. The pyramid model tiered approaches will be utilized in response to behavior. When an excessively challenging behavior occurs, the teacher documents the child's behavior on a behavior observation report form and informs the designated center coordinator and family advocate. The brief consists of reviewing the behavior observation report, discussing the child's needs, strengths, and assessing current classroom support. The teacher or family advocate contacts the parent guardian and discusses the behavior observation report, adding the parent or guardian input to the form. Additional steps will consist of sharing information with specialized service coordinator and mental health consultants to determine the tiered approach that best fits the needs of the family and child. Birthdays and celebrations. There is a lot of joy in your child's school experience, and our program chooses to acknowledge and celebrate that joy. Once each month, children with birthdays within that month are celebrated, and their classroom is provided with a healthy birthday treat, prepared and provided by the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program. Children with summer birthdays are celebrated in the month of May. In order to keep all of our children healthy and safe, no outside birthday treats are permitted. Our program does not celebrate specific holidays, but rather host seasonal festivals. Cell phone free zone. In order to promote the importance of your child's school experience, the use of cell phones during arrival and dismissal times is prohibited. Bus policies and procedures. When your child participates in a field trip or group socialization, the following transportation policies and procedures are followed. These policies and procedures help the bus routines run smoothly, arrive on time, and keep your child safe. Number 1, at all times while riding the bus, your child must remain seated in a secured seat belt. Number 2, there is no eating or drinking on the bus. Number 3, the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program is not responsible for any articles lost on the bus. Number 4, if room is available on the bus, SIUE Head Start Early Head Start parents or guardians may ride the bus to and from the child's field trip or group socialization experience. Number 5, if a problem arises on the bus driver or attendant or parent or guardian should immediately contact the center coordinator or teacher. A conference with the parent or guardian may need to be scheduled in order to problem solve or discuss the concern. It is important for families and SIUE Head Start program staff members to collectively stress the importance of safety. Children practice safe riding practices for boarding and leaving vehicles, and participate in a minimum of 2 bus evacuation drills during the school year. Center-based options. There are 2 center-based program options within the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program. If your child participates in the center-based program option, he or she attends one of our 7 managed centers that are staffed by SIUE Head Start Early Head Start employees. Within the center-based program option, there are 2 time frames. For Head Start children, they will arrive and begin class at 8:30 until 3 o'clock p.m., Monday through Friday. Early Head Start children will arrive at 8 a.m. until 3 o'clock p.m., Monday through Friday. Our 7 managed centers are Belleville Center, and Alicia Parker Jordan is the center coordinator. Bluffview Center, Kathleen Appleby is the center coordinator. Cahokia Center, Florence Cheer Lawrence is the center coordinator. Discovery Center, Heidi Eichenseer Yeast is the center coordinator. Helen Davis, the center coordinator position is vacant at this time. Jackie Joyner Kersey Center, Marcia Oliver is the center coordinator. Lovejoy Center, Kay Robertson is the center coordinator. And our program also offers expected families, early Head Start, and Head Start home-based option. Latanya Waller is the home-based supervisor. Central Office Contact Information. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program balances the concepts of maintaining an open door policy and honoring the chain of command. Parents or guardians' initial level of contact should always be at the center or the site level. Outside of the sites, we have our central office. The office is located at 601 James R. Thompson Boulevard, Building C, Suite 103, East St. Louis, Illinois, 62201. The interim program director is Carolyn Jason. The assistant program director for center operations is Lisa Tate. The program coordinator for family engagement and support services is Alina Schnitz. Our accountant 3 is Howard Knapp. Our program coordinator for health services is Denise Brown. Our instructional services / school readiness coordinator is Adrian Caseberg. Our health, safety, facilities, and transportation program coordinator is Lloyd Cotton. Our specialized services coordinator is Shamika Brown. And we currently have a vacancy for the social emotional school readiness coach position. Change of family contact information. In order to ensure your child's safety, parents and guardians must provide current emergency contact information at all times. It is the parents or guardian's responsibility to ensure that emergency information is up to date. Clothing and cubbies. During the school day, children sometimes have accidents or participate in activities that may require a change of clothing. Please send a seasonally appropriate change of clothing, for example, pants, shirt, underpants, and socks, to keep at school in your child's cubby. All of your child's clothing should be clearly labeled with his or her name. Code of Conduct. In the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program, we promote program-wide behavior expectations. Those expectations are to be kind, be safe, be responsible, and they are to be implemented by all children, staff, and families of the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program. The SIUE Head Start program goals is to ensure all classrooms, facilities, and agency functions are safe for all children and adults. The SIUE Head Start program understands that adults serve as a role model of appropriate behavior for children. In order to best serve and keep our children, families, and staff safe, the program maintains a policy of zero tolerance for behavior that is aggressive or violent. Prohibited actions include, but are not limited to, harassing, intimidating, threatening, attempting to assault, challenging to fight, or fighting. Parents and guardians, volunteers, and staff members who may be involved in a relationship or situation that is considered violent or who have received violent threats need to report it to their child center coordinator. This would include advising the center coordinator of any orders of protection or similar restrictions directed at another person. Weapons or ammunitions of any kind are prohibited on any of the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program premises and during any program-sponsored event. Other behaviors that may constitute a violation of the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program code of conduct include falsification of enrollment requirements or any documentation needed for program participation, violation or privileges related to using the program's phone or computers, violation of confidentiality, violation of safety rules, such as refusing to exit the building during a fire drill, mistreatment or repeated disrespect of other children, parents, guardians, volunteers, or staff members, use of inappropriate language, theft of property. Collaborations. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program participates in 2 collaborations throughout St. Clair County, 1 school district and 1 privately owned and operated child care center. Collaborations are generally staffed by individuals who are not employed by the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program, but offer the same quality comprehensive services as do our managed centers. Parents and guardians of children enrolled in an SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program collaboration are asked to participate in program governance, such as parent committees and policy council. Our 2 collaborations are 1, Brooklyn School District 188, in which Kay Robertson is the center coordinator, and 2, Leslie Bates Davis Neighborhood House, in which Crystal Anthony is the assistant center coordinator. Communication. Communication between your child's center staff members and your home may be in the form of memos and/or other written materials, emails, telephone calls, or text messages. Inform your child's teacher about your preferred method of communication and if translation is needed. In order for your child to fully benefit from his or her school experience and for your family to have the information needed, it is important to create a strong communication system. For center-based programming, we are implementing a folder system, share important daily information with families for the 21-22 school year. Please remember to check your child's folder daily to receive the latest information on your child and center happenings. as center accesses may be limited. Concerns or complaints. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program promotes communication among parents and guardians, staff members, and community members. It is important that questions and problems be addressed in a timely, positive manner. A parent or guardian or community member with a concern needs to address the concern with the individual directly involved. If the situation needs to be further addressed, the parent or guardian or community member needs to contact the center coordinator, home-based supervisor, or assistant program director for center operations, who will respond within 5 working days. If the situation still needs additional attention, contact the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program director in writing by completing the Parent Community Complaint and Concern form. The program director or his or her designee will respond to the completed form within 3 working days from the date it is received. Finally, if the issue is still not resolved, the Policy Council may address the concern. Confidentiality. All children and family records are confidential and are stored in a secure location. All SIUE Head Start Early Head Start staff members adhere to the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program confidentiality agreement. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program does not share any information about your child or your family without your permission. All parents and guardians are required to complete and sign a consent to release obtained information form. Parents and guardians are also required to complete the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start photo release form in order to grant or deny permission to take pictures of their children. Core beliefs. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program believes in the following: in the unique value, dignity, respect, and equality of all human beings, in the commitment of equal partnership between parents and guardians and staff, that the quality of life is affected by the interaction between people and their environments, that education can empower people to make decisions about their lives, in maintaining confidentiality of all individuals, in respect and appreciation of diversity, in the rights and privileges of all people through the provision of opportunities for growth and development, in the capacity of people to change, in providing developmentally appropriate programming, in an interdisciplinary approach to addressing issues related to children and families, in working with people to empower them to overcome obstacles, in long life learning for all people. What SIUE Head Start is doing to protect your child during the COVID-19 global pandemic. The health and safety of Head Start children is our priority. A number of changes will be in place when we return for the 21-22 program year. We are asking staff and parent cooperation in implementing these changes to reduce the chances of someone being adversely affected by COVID-19. If you have any questions, please contact the center coordinator at your child's center. Some of those protections that we've put in place for this upcoming program year are: all children over the age of 2 will be encouraged to wear face masks while in the center, except during meals, at nap time, and when playing outdoors. SIUE will provide 5 reusable, washable masks to each child. The masks will be labeled with the child's name and laundered at the center. Please contact your child's center coordinator to request an exception based on medical or safety reasons. Also, all SIUE staff and guests, the parents, service providers, etc., will be required to wear a mask while in the center unless medical exemptions have been granted by SIUE Access or the Office of Equal Opportunity and Title IX Coordination Office. Children will be dropped off and picked up at a designated area at the center. All children and the adult dropping the child off will receive a healthy screening before entering the building. The child's and the adult's temperature may be below 100.4 degrees, and they must be free of cough, headache, sore throat, muscle ache, or shortness of breath. Parents are asked to keep their child home for 3 days if their child Parents will be asked to keep their child home for 3 days if their child has any of these symptoms. The child will not be allowed to stay at the center if the adult has a fever of 100.4 degrees or above. Parents will have limited access to centers and no access to the classrooms. Parents will be required to complete a healthy screening, which includes a temperature check and symptom check when entering the center. Hand sanitizers will be available outside of the center, in the designated drop-off pickup area, in office areas, and classrooms for adult and child use. Hand sanitizer will not replace hand washing, and the program will follow its current hand washing procedures. Children should not bring hand sanitizer to the center. Family-style meals will not be served until further notice. All foods will be provided in individual units and the children served at staggered times to the extent possible. As usual, no food may be sent from home. All classroom toys, playground equipment, bathrooms, and other high-touch surfaces will be cleaned and sanitized or disinfected according to guidelines published by the Center for Disease Control. Classroom ratios will be maintained in accordance with current guidance listed in the Restore Illinois Licensed Daycare Guidance. All children will have a nap rest time each day. All cots or cribs will be placed 6 feet apart. If this is not possible, a new permeable barrier will be provided to separate napping children. To further reduce the potential for viral spread, children will be placed or laid on their cot head to toe. SIUE Head Start will inform parents of all suspected or diagnosed cases of COVID-19 infections occurring within their child's center. Parents will be notified through the distribution of a health alert via the school messaging system or a telephone call if a parent does not opt into receiving communication through the school messaging system. If a child is diagnosed with COVID-19, he or she cannot return to the center until all 3 of the following criteria is met. Number 1, the child is free from fever without the use of fever-reducing medication like Tylenol or Motrin for 72 hours, which is the equivalent of 3 days. 2, the child's symptoms, coughing or shortness of breath, have improved. And 3, it has been 10 days since symptoms first appeared. If a child has symptoms of COVID-19 and is determined by a medical provider that the child likely does not have a COVID-19 infection, the child can return to the center when all 3 of the following criteria is met. Number 1, the child is free from fever without use of a fever-reducing medication like Tylenol or Motrin for 72 hours, which is equivalent to 3 days. 2, negative test for COVID-19. 3. A note from a medical provider documenting no clinical suspicion of COVID-19. If a child has close contact, meaning within 6 feet for more than 15 minutes, with a person suspected or diagnosed with COVID-19, will be excluded from the center for 14 days after exposure and monitor for symptoms. If symptoms develop, the child will be encouraged to be evaluated for COVID-19 infections. A note from a medical provider documenting no clinical suspicion of COVID-19 will be required before the child returns to the center. Culture of safety. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program is committed to creating a culture of safety. It is our primary goal to keep children safe while in our care. In this effort, it is all staff's responsibility to help ensure that all safety measures are adhered to and to immediately respond to any child that needs assistance with a health or safety need. We ask that our families support us in providing a culture of safety by being aware of anything they may see while at a center that would possibly be harmful to a child or cause a safety concern. If this occurs, please report it to the center coordinator as soon as possible. We appreciate our families helping us to keep all our children safe. Dental treatment and oral health. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program advocates the importance of health care, including oral health. A dental examination is required for all Head Start children. Toothbrushes and toothpaste will be provided every 3 months by the program. If follow-up of dental treatment is needed, our program collaborates with the SIUE Dental School to provide follow-up treatment. All SIUE Head Start Early Head Start children 24 months old or older are required to have a dental examination. Dismissal. It is important that your child is picked up at the designated dismissal time. It can be frightening to a preschooler when he or she sees all of his or her friends leave for the day, but no one has come for him or her. Both Head Start and Early Head Start sessions are dismissed at 3:00 p.m. If your child is not picked up at the designated time, staff members will attempt to contact you 15 minutes after the designated dismissal time. If staff members are unable to reach you, they will attempt to contact the emergency contacts as listed on the emergency contact information form. 1 hour after dismissal time, in the event that the staff still cannot reach you or an emergency contact individual, the staff may need to contact the police or the Department of Children and Family Services. Parents and guardians of children in a collaboration should adhere to the dismissal policies of the collaboration. Drug-free zone. Federal, state, local, and SIUE policies and laws prohibit the unuseful use, possession, or distribution of alcohol or illicit drugs at all SIUE Head Start and Early Head Start centers and events. Expected families. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program assists pregnant women by providing prenatal and postpartum care through referrals to outside agencies. The SIUE Expected Family program also provides prenatal education on topics such as fetal development and the benefits of breastfeeding. Emergency contact information. All SIUE Head Start, Early Head Start parents and guardians must complete an emergency contact information form during the application process. In order to ensure your child's safety, two adults other than the parents or guardians must be listed on this form. It is the parents or guardian's responsibility to maintain current emergency contact information. Family goal setting and family partnership agreement. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program provides services to families that go beyond children's participation in screenings, home visits, and classroom interactions. Family engagement and support services staff members help families set goals and support the family throughout the process of achieving those goals. Family engagement and support services staff members help families to determine their family's strengths and challenges, to set realistic goals, and to take specific action steps to reach those goals. The goals are identified in collaboration and are referred to as a family partnership agreement. Family advocates meet with parents throughout the year to assess the achievements of their family's goals. Field trips. You will be notified in advance anytime your child will be away from the center. This includes local trips such as to the library or local parks. Signed permission slips must be completed for each child prior to participating in the field trip. Permission slips will be sent home with the children with a brief explanation of a field trip and its location. Parents and guardians must provide emergency contact pickup information that can be used during the field trip. If your child incurs a minor injury on the field trip, trained staff will apply appropriate first aid and a phone call will be made to you upon return to the center. In the event of a more serious injury, your child will be taken to the nearest emergency room by ambulance if warranted, while staff contact you or your emergency contact designee. Field trips are designated to be an educational experience and to be a special time between parents and guardians and their children. Siblings not enrolled in the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program may not attend. Field trip guidelines. In order to ensure the safety of our children and to provide a happy field trip experience for all children, please adhere to the following field trip procedures. No souvenirs, balloons, toys, etc. are purchased during the field trip. An adult-child ratio of at least 1 to 5 preschoolers and 1 to 2 toddlers is maintained at all times. Field trip permission slips with the parent or guardian's signature and emergency contact information are brought to the field trip by a staff member. No food or beverages other than those provided by the program are purchased or consumed during the field trip. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program provides transportation to and from the field trip location. All transportation policies apply during field trips. Profanity, smoking, drug, and alcohol use are prohibited. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program staff supervises children by both sight and sound at all times. Field trips are a vital part of your child's educational experience. The health and safety of children, families, and our staff is our priority. Field trips suspended due to the global COVID-19 pandemic. Food and nutrition services. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program provides healthy, balanced, and nutritious meals and snacks. Children participate in family-style dining, which encourages a language-rich, hands-on approach to eating. Family-style dining participation encourages healthy eating and aids in teaching the children necessary table skills, including appropriate social interactions. In part day and full day centers, children receive breakfast, lunch, and one snack, meeting at least 2/3 of the children's daily nutritional requirements. In the home-based option, one meal is served during group socialization experiences. If you have any nutritional concerns regarding your child's nutritional health, such as food allergies or special dietary guidelines, please contact your child's teacher. All foods served to children enrolled in SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program must be served by SIUE Head Start Early Head Start staff or a vendor contracted by SIUE. This includes birthday celebrations, classroom activities, field trips, and other special events that occur at the centers. Center staff members plan educational programs to teach parents and guardians how to select healthy foods and prepare well-balanced meals. Health services. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program advocates the importance of health care. The health of your child directly affects his or her ability to learn. Parent guardians may play an important role in keeping their child up to date with health and dental examinations. The program emphasizes the importance of good health care practices, such as dental prevention, early intervention, and health maintenance. For these reasons, children participate in a comprehensive health care program. Prior to enrollment, your child will be required to complete specific medical screening and tests. After enrollment, your child will receive an opportunity to receive a dental examination and cleaning and fluoride treatments. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, additional health and safety protocols that comply with local, state, and federal guidance have been adopted. History of Head Start, Early Head Start. Since 1965, Head Start has played a major role in focusing the attention of the nation on the importance of early childhood development and education, especially in the first 5 years of life. Federally funded throughout the United States Department of Health and Human Services Administration for Children and Families, Head Start is widely recognized as one of the most cost-effective and successful programs for children and families. The Head Start Early Head Start program provides eligible families of children ages 6 weeks to 5 years old and expected families comprehensive services that meet health, nutritional, instructional, and family engagement support needs. Home-based program option. Through the home-based program option, pregnant women and children ages 6 weeks to 5 years old receive health, nutritional, educational, and family engagement support services through home visits and group socialization experiences. In the home-based program option, a home visitor qualified visits a family's home for 1.5 hours per week. The home visitor encourages family members to participate in developmental and instructional activities during the home visit, as well as in between home visit sessions. The home visitor also serves as a family advocate and helps the family determine family strengths, challenges, and set goals. 2 times each month, children and their family meet at an SIUE Head Start Early Head Start Center or a designated location such as the public library or the local apple orchard or anywhere for group socializations. Parents and guardians of children in the Early Head Start program are required to attend group socializations with their child. Children in the Head Start home-based program may attend without a parent or guardian, although parents and guardians are encouraged to attend. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program provides transportation, and there is no charge to the families for field trip expenses. At this current time, the field trips for home-based option has been suspended while we are still in the midst of the COVID pandemic. Home visits. Unique to the Head Start Early Head Start program is the recognition of the importance of parents as their child's first teacher and the benefits of conducting home visits. Home visits serve as an important bridge between home and school, and it is insightful for a child to be observed in his or her home environment. Home visits help parents and guardians foster a learning environment within their homes. Parents and guardians continue to be their child's teacher long after the child leaves the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program. As outlined by the Head Start program performance standards, parents and guardians are annually required to participate in at least two home visits. However, home visits for the 21-22 school year may be conducted virtually to ensure the health of our families and staff. Specific information regarding home visits will come from your child's center. Illness Sick Child Exclusion Policy. Teachers complete a daily health check for any obvious signs of illness with each child in his or her classroom. If a child appears to be ill or uncharacteristically irritable, meaning they're continuously crying and needing more one-to-one comforting than can be provided without compromising the health and safety of other children, then the child who appears to be ill is isolated from children, and the parent guardian is asked to pick up the child from the center as soon as possible. Illness Sick Child Exclusion Policy Guidelines for Parents and Guardians. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program adheres to the guidelines for exclusion of children in licensed centers as identified by the Illinois Department of Public Health. In order to protect all children in the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start centers, parents and guardians do not send your child to school if he or she shows any signs of the following sicknesses. Number 1, diarrhea or runny, loose, or bloody stools. Number 2, fever. If the oral temperature is of 101 degrees or higher, or the underarm temperature is 100 degrees or higher. And number 3, fever with any of these symptoms: body rash, difficulty breathing, runny discharge from eyes, vomiting, earache, persistent crying, vomiting 2 or more times within the previous 24 hours, sore throat with a fever and swollen glands, diarrhea, and unusual irritability. The above symptoms may indicate the presence of a contagious disease. A child's symptom must be evaluated by a doctor before returning to any SIUE Head Start Early Head Start center. The child may return to school only when the child's pediatrician has provided a written statement indicating the child is healthy enough to return to school. Please note that some illnesses and treatments will require that a child be excluded from school for more than 24 hours. Inclement weather policy. In the event of inclement weather or emergency conditions, the following radio stations announce school closures. KMOX, which is AM 1120, WSIE, which is FM 88.7, WBGZ, which is AM 1570, WSMI, which is AM 1540, and WGEL, which is AM 101.7. Additionally, 3 television stations provide information relevant to Southern Illinois University Edwardsville operations and the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program. They are KTVI Channel 2, KMOX Channel 4, and KSDK Channel 5. Notices of school closure will be posted on the Southern Illinois University Edwardsville website at www.siue.edu. Parents and guardians need to see the exact listing of St. Clair County SIUE Head Start Early Head Start centers. An internal school messaging system is also utilized to notify parents and staff of school closing related information, as well as regarding other important program events. It is important that all emergency phone numbers are kept current. In the event of inclement weather, all parent center meetings and policy council or governance group meetings are canceled. In-kind resources. As required by the Head Start program performance standards, all Head Start programs must match 25 cents for every dollar of federal funding. This is referred to as in-kind resources or matching. In-kind resources may come in the form of cash, goods, space, or contractual services. Sources of in-kind resources may include parent or non-parent volunteers. The large majority of in-kind efforts for the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program comes from volunteers. Volunteers include the biological parent, step-parent, foster parent, or legal guardian, as well as grandparents, relatives, or family friends. The time spent by volunteers in the classroom assisting teachers, helping on field trips, or preparing materials for the classroom is a major portion of the mandated SIUE Head Start Early Head Start in-kind hours. In-kind can also be obtained through space donated. Any space donated to the program is also an in-kind resource. In our home-based program option, the value of space used within the home for the home visit is considered an in-kind resource. Another source of in-kind is mileage. When a parent or volunteer travels to and from the center or another location for an approved Head Start Early Head Start business-related meeting, the miles traveled and the time taken to travel to and from the meeting are considered as in-kind. Meetings that are counted as in-kind include Policy Council and Parent Center Committee meetings. The last way in-kind is counted as goods donated. When a parent or guardian or other community member donates items to the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program that would typically be purchased with federally funded program funds, those items are considered as a source of in-kind. Examples of in-kind good donations are paper and diapers and wipes. Individuals donating goods to SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program are asked to complete an in-kind form. Instructional services. In the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program, one of the program's primary goals is to help children possess the skills, knowledge, and attitudes necessary for success in kindergarten, subsequent grades, and life. School readiness. This continues to be the goal whether your child's learning will occur virtually or in a classroom setting. Within the first 45 days of your child enrollment, developmental, sensory, and behavior screenings are completed. The results of these screenings allow the teacher or the home visitor to provide individualized skill-building activities for your child and drive future instruction. Children learn best by exploring, trying new things, and asking questions. When children play, They use their bodies, imagination, power of choice, and problem-solving skills. During the 21-22 school year, the SIUE Head Start program has implemented additional safety protocols and techniques to ensure children can continue to learn in a safe and nurturing environment at home or in a classroom. Student instruction will have an increased focus on intentional learning. This means that activities will be specifically chosen for the child based on their current level of development. The SIUE Head Start program is committed to supporting children and families. Instructional Services School Readiness Goals. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program's school readiness goals focus on 5 areas of learning, referred to as learning domains. The school readiness goals are outlined for children 6 weeks to 5 years of age and are aligned with the Illinois Early Learning Guidelines and Developmental Standards. Each of the 5 learning domains addresses specific skills or widely held age-appropriate expectations. Those learning domains are approaches to learning, social and emotional development, language and literacy, cognition, and perceptual, motor, and physical development. Teachers and home visitors conduct 3 formal assessments and 4 formal assessments for early Head Start children throughout the year, using the Teaching Strategies Gold Assessment Tool. This assessment tool measures your child's mastery across the 5 central learning domains. Insurance policy. All SIUE Head Start Early Head Start children are covered by medical benefit coverage when participating in SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program activities at the centers and during all field trips and group socializations. SIUE Head Start Early Head Start parents and guardians and children are also covered by the SIUE when being transported in university vehicles by authorized staff. Male involvement. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program strongly encourages the participation of fathers and other significant male figures in our program. Every child needs and benefits from a positive male role model in his or her life. Male role models can be a dad, stepdad, uncle, big brother, grandpa, or other positive male in the child's life. Research-based benefits of positive male involvement includes displaying lowered level of disruptive behavior, acting out, depression, and telling lies, being responsive and obeying parents and guardians, being kinder to others, demonstrating few behavior problems in young boys, indicating happier, more confident behavior and willing to try new things, staying away from drugs and alcohol as children grow older, experiencing less violence in or out of the home, performing better academically, and reflecting lower rates of poverty later in life. Male role models need to be involved in parent meetings, center committees, and policy council. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program encourages male role models to volunteer in the classroom and to participate on field trips and at home-based group socializations. Be sure to look for and become involved in special male activities at your SIUE Head Start Early Head Start Center. Medication policy. Parents and guardians are encouraged to discuss their child's medication schedule with their child's doctor and to arrange their child's medication schedule so that all medications are given when the child is at home. The only exception to this policy is if through a doctor's prescription, a child needs to be given the medication while in attendance at an SIUE Head Start Early Head Start Center. In order for any SIUE Head Start Early Head Start staff person to give medications to a child, the child's doctor must complete the dispensing medications packet and return it before the medication can be provided to the child. Dispensing medication packets are available at all SIUE Head Start Early Head Start centers. Mission statement. The mission of the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program is to provide quality, individualized, comprehensive services that empower children, families, and staff from diverse backgrounds in order to achieve success. Outdoor instruction and play. All children need daily outside time. Outdoor time encourages children to use their large muscles and provides an excellent opportunity for heart and lung development. Children receiving an on-site services will play outside as recommended by the Department of Children and Family Services. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program licensing agent. Outdoor play times are scheduled by the center coordinator to ensure playground equipment sanitation between groups of children. Additionally, the play schedule will ensure classrooms do not share the same space. Classrooms will utilize additional outdoor spacing to support enhanced safety protocols. Children need to be dressed in clothing appropriate for the weather. On school days, children need to be dressed in lightweight, loose clothing. Tennis shoes are recommended, and children are not allowed to wear flip-flop sandals to school, as they pose a safety risk when children run and play, causing them to trip or fall. On cold days, children need to be dressed in layers of clothing. Every day during cold weather, hats, mittens, and coats should be sent to school with your child. The center coordinator will use the Early Childhood Environmental Rating Scale outdoor play policy to determine if outside play is developmentally appropriate. In Illinois, the term weather permitting means temperatures between 25 and 90 degrees, taking into consideration the wind chill. For example, if the temperature outside is 30 degrees, but 18 degrees with the wind chill factored in, it is not expected that children have outdoor playtime. If your family needs help obtaining a coat, hat, mittens, or gloves for your child, please contact your designated family advocate. Parent Center Committee and Parent Meetings. All parents and guardians who have children enrolled in the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program, including expectant families, are members of Parent Center Committees. The Head Start program performance standards list the following responsibilities of parent-centered committees. 1. Elect the Center Policy Council representative and alternative at the first Parent Center Committee meeting, which is held in September. 2. Elect the following 3 officers for their respective center or program option: the chairperson, vice chairperson, and recording secretary. 3. Conduct monthly Parent Center Committee meetings. 4. Assist teachers, home visitors, center coordinators, and all other persons responsible for the development and operation of every component of program operation. 5. Work closely with classroom teachers, home visitors, and all other component staff to carry out the daily activities of the program. And 6. Plan, conduct, and participate in informal as well as formal program and activities for center and home-based parents and guardians. Parent engagement. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program believes that when a family understands and supports the skills and abilities of their child is more likely to reach his or her full potential. The program also believes that it is the families and the community's responsibility to build upon their child's skills and abilities. We encourage parents and guardians and communities to do the following. 1. Acknowledge that the parent and guardian is the child's first teacher and are the primary influence in the child's life. 2. Spend more time each day with their child than do Head Start, Early Head Start staff members. 3. Know their child better than anyone else. 4. Reinforce what the child learns at school or during home visits. 5. Be a positive, natural link between their teachers and their child. And 6. Know their community and how their community affects their child. Parent-teacher conferences. Parents and guardians are invited to partner with their child's teacher during the parent-teacher conference. As your child's first teacher and primary influence, you will be asked to offer your observations and to assist in setting goals regarding your child's next learning steps. Teachers will share observations and assessments of your child's current development. Appointments for parent-teacher conferences are scheduled for the parents and guardians' convenience. Virtual conferences may be conducted during the 21-22 school year to ensure the safety of our families and staff. Pedestrian safety policy. As more preschool-age children are being transported to and from school programs and on school-sponsored field trips, all SIUE Head Start, Early Head Start parents and guardians and children receive transportation and pedestrian safety training. In order to ensure the safety of everyone, parents and guardians need to adhere to the established traffic patterns, often used through the use of orange cones, in center parking lots, and assist staff in instructing common sense transportation and pedestrian safety practices. Pest control policy. The SIUE Head Start, Early Head Start program is committed to providing a safe environment for all children in the program's care. The program strives to minimize the exposure of children and staff members to pesticides and includes a variety of non-chemical as well as limited chemical methods to prevent and eradicate pests. While pesticides may be used to remediate infestations of pests that may be found in the facility and its surrounding grounds, only the least toxic products are considered and are used in combination with non-chemical methods. A full copy of the SIUE Head Start, Early Head Start program's pest control policy is included in your child's enrollment packet. Policy Council. The SIUE Head Start, Early Head Start Policy Council is composed of SIUE Head Start, Early Head Start parents and guardians from each center or collaboration and representatives from the community. Parent Center Committee meetings elect parent and guardian representatives and alternates to the Policy Council. Parent Center committees provide support for the individual or individuals that they have elected to represent their center in the Policy Council. This support is provided in two ways. The Parent Center Committee shares with their center's Policy Council representatives their ideas, questions, and concerns, which are then discussed during the Policy Council meetings, and the Policy Council representatives report the information which was discussed during the Policy Council meeting back to the Parent Center Committee members during their following meeting. Responsibilities of the Policy Council is serving as a link to the Parent Center Committees, grantee agency governing bodies, public and private organizations, and the communities they serve. 2. Assisting Parent Center Committees in communicating with parents and guardians the rights, responsibilities, and opportunities for all. 3. SIUE Head Start Early Head Start parents and guardians. 4. Assisting parent-center committees in planning, coordinating, and organizing program activities for parents and guardians. 5. Encouraging parents and guardians to participate in their child's school experience and program implementation. And 6. Assist in recruiting a volunteer service from parents and guardians, community residents, and community organizations to meet identified needs. Protecting children. All SIUE Head Start Early Head Start staff members are required by law to call the Department of Children and Family Services if they suspect a child has been purposefully hurt or is being neglected. Parents and guardians will not be informed if a staff member feels the need to contact DCFS. If our program needs to make a report to DCFS, we want to continue to work with you and your child. Making a report to DCFS will never affect your child's connection to the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program. The same is true about any involvement with law enforcement. Program options. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program provides comprehensive services through managed center-based, home-based, and community collaboration program options. The managed center-based program options include, for Head Start sessions, they are eligible for children 3 to 5 years of age, operate 6.5 hours a day from 8:30 until 3:30 p.m., 5 days per week, Monday through Friday, and managed centers are located throughout St. Clair County. For early Head Start sessions, these are sessions for eligible children ages 6 weeks through 3 years of age, operate 7.0 hours a day from 8 o'clock until 3 o'clock p.m., 5 days per week, Monday through Friday, and managed centers are located throughout St. Clair County. Head Start full-day program options operate 9 months. Early Head Start full-day program option operates 12 months. In order to participate in the full-day program option, parents and guardians must provide documentation of working full-time, participating in an educational training program full-time, or a combination of the two. In the home-based program option, children 6 weeks to 5 years of age receive comprehensive services through weekly home visits and monthly group socializations. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program also provides comprehensive services through collaborations with St. Clair County school districts and privately owned operated child care partners throughout the St. Clair County. Recruitment. SIUE Head Start Early Head Start staff members recruit throughout the program year, and one of our most effective recruiting methods is through word of mouth from parents. Please refer families and friends and others to the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program recruits and serves children and their families who reside throughout the St. Clair County area. Referrals. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program helps to identify and connect families with community resources. Resources look different for each family, as every family has unique cultural backgrounds and needs. The most effective way for the program to make referrals for your family is through consistent, two-way, open, and honest communication. Confidentiality is always a priority. Rest time. Per Department of Children and Family Services regulations, all children in attendance for 5 or more hours are provided the opportunity to rest or nap. Infants and toddlers will be allowed to rest or nap according to their individual patterns as determined in consultation with their parents and guardians. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program provides cribs, cots, and beds. Screenings. In order to individualize your child's programming, staff will collaborate with you to complete a developmental and social-emotional screening within the first 45 days of enrollment using the Ages and Stages Questionnaire, 3rd edition, and the Ages and Stages Questionnaire Social-Emotional, 2nd edition. Speech and language, enrichment, and therapy. Children's communication skills will be screened using the Ages and Stages Questionnaire 3rd edition. If evaluations are recommended, a staff member will offer resources to you, including an option for speech and language evaluation and determination for speech and language therapy eligibility. Specialized services. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program is committed to ensuring that children who have specialized needs receive the services they need. In order to determine if a child is eligible to receive specialized services, center staff members and parents complete several screenings. Once initial screenings are completed, children who may need additional screening or evaluations are referred to the SIUE Specialized Service Program Coordinator for review. Only with the parent or guardian's consent, the child is referred to the local education agency or the local early intervention agency for further testing. Once all screening and test information is assessed, usually within 60 days, parents and guardians and all involved personnel participate in an individualized education plan or individualized family services plan conference to discuss what specialized services will benefit the child's development and growth. Only with parent and guardian written consent, specialized services will be determined and provided to the child. Smoke-free zone. Illinois state law mandates that smoking is prohibited on each campus of the state-supported institution of higher education. This includes all SIUE Head Start Early Head Start Center property. Smoking is not allowed in the classrooms, offices, during group activities, parent meetings, or any program-sponsored event. Staff qualifications. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program honors the importance of early childhood education and encourages the pursuit of educational excellence. Staff members at all levels are highly qualified at the time of hire and are offered the opportunity to participate in continual professional development and certification programs. Professional development days are built into the program calendar, and every third Wednesday of each month is designated as an early dismissal day in order to support continuous staff growth and development. Telling our story. Parents and children are the faces of Head Start Early Head Start. There are many stories of success that need to be shared, not only in our local community, but also at the state, regional, and national level. In order to support continued funding of all Head Start Early Head Start program, parents and guardians need to take advantage of the opportunities to share their child's and families' success stories. Toys from home. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program provides developmentally appropriate materials and activities. Children are asked to not bring toys and other items from home. Transportation to parent and center meetings. The attendance of parents and guardians at their child's parent-center meetings is important to maintain program operations and to continually improve the quality of services provided. If a parent or guardian needs transportation in order to attend a parent-center meeting, family engagement and support staff are able to provide transportation services. Transitions. One of the primary goals of the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program is to ensure that your child possesses the attitudes, skills, and knowledge for a smooth and successful transition from Early Head Start to Head Start and from Head Start to a kindergarten, as well as into subsequent grades. One of the responsibilities of the SIUE Head Start staff members is to support you and your child in making the transition from Head Start to Early Head Start. From Early Head Start to Head Start, or another quality preschool program. If possible, the program encourages you to visit a Head Start prior to the transition. SIUE Head Start staff members support you and your child in the transition from Head Start to the kindergarten in your local communities. Parents and guardians are notified of events such as kindergarten roundups in their nearby school district, and staff inform parents and guardians of educational opportunities that are available throughout the community for preschool-age children. Volunteering. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, volunteering in our program is currently suspended. Wellness. The SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program contracts with a team of mental health professionals to provide comprehensive mental health services to children and families. These services include a visit to each classroom by a mental health consultant to ensure that a healthy social-emotional environment exists for our children. Raising children can be a challenging but rewarding job. Your mental wellness is equally important to your child's well-being. Don't hesitate to let your center staff know if you need additional support, and they will connect you to your center's mental health team members. That concludes the audio version of the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start Parent Handbook. Once again, each enrolled family will receive a hard copy of our Parent Handbook when you enroll your child into one of our Head Start program options. Hope that you all have a wonderful, successful, and fun school year with the SIUE Head Start Early Head Start program staff and other members. Thank you.